After what seemed like the longest journey two crows had ever taken, the dirty birds finally returned to Farmer Fred's farm. Their wings were tired, their feathers were a mess, and the once simple coffee mug had become the center of an adventure filled with a sinister fox, a grumpy bear, a flamboyant bird in a bee costume, an angry swarm of bees, an uncooperative frog, a hairy beaver, and a suspicious police officer. At long last, the mug was back where it belonged. The two crows landed on their familiar white fence. Relief quickly gave way to something they hadn't expected. They had to return the coffee mug and somehow apologize for stealing it. Farmer Fred had spent years chasing them away from his farm. Walking up to his front porch and admitting they were responsible for all of this wasn't exactly an appealing thought. As they sat in silence trying to think of a plan, Devious happened to glance toward the ground beneath the fence. There, exactly where Marcus had left it days earlier, was the shiny gold chain that had started the entire mess. Without saying another word, Will Base swooped down, picked up the gold chain, flew quietly to Farmer Fred's front porch. They gently placed the coffee mug next to Fred's chair. Then they carefully lowered the gold chain inside the mug. It wasn't quite the apology they had wanted to give. Truth be told, they were still too frightened to face Farmer Fred in person. But perhaps actions speak louder than words. As the two crows returned toward their favorite perch, "You know, my friends, making a mistake isn't what defines us. What truly matters is what we choose to do afterward." The dirty birds never found the courage to say they were sorry, but they did find the courage to make things right. And sometimes that's the first step toward becoming a little wiser than you were the day before. And with that, our tale comes to an end. Until next time, my friends, keep your wings steady, your eyes open, and whatever you do, don't steal a coffee mug.